Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and a new edition of our online interview series. We want to talk to Hugh Agro, the CEO of Revival Gold, for an update. Hey, good morning, Hugh. Good to see you. How is Toronto doing?
Good to see you, Jochen.
Good to see you. Perfect. Yeah, Revival Gold, we have spoken several times. The last time you spoke with my team member, Mark, I think that was in January, February, where I was a little bit knocked out. But yeah, things still look fantastic, and congratulations. You just closed, I think it was over $6.2 million financing. That's great in those times.
Yes, thank you for that. It is a choppy market, and it was a bit of a painful experience for us. I have to be upfront on that. Tough market to be trying to do a financing in, but the good news is it's behind us. We only did about a 10% dilution to our shareholder base, which is very important to us as shareholders, alongside of some of our longer-term supporters. We take that very seriously, the dilution, and we didn't have to do any of these royalties or streams or convertible debentures or any of these sorts of things that are very problematic for explorer developers. And I'm excited about where it can take us.
Fantastic. I saw also that you are, I would say, quite in front of the finalization of your PFS, your pre-feasibility study, which is, I think, a very, very big milestone because it gives us really detailed data for your production. What will it cost? Will that money bring you through the PFS and also the DFS? Would that be enough?
Yes, we're in good shape through the exploration season. In fact, this year, and so that's that's a good place to be. And the PFS is just part of the news that we're going to be coming out with here very soon. The second aspect, of course, is the resource update, and both of these things are important to the project. Of course, we want to move the engineering forward, and the PFS, really what I think folks should be looking for, 60 to 70,000 ounces of gold production per year in this first phase restart of the existing infrastructure at Beartrack-Arnett. And we're looking for somewhere in the order of 7 to 9 years of mine life. So it's a relatively modest operation. But what I can tell you is we're not seeing a lot of capital cost inflation from that $100 million capital estimate that we had back in 2020 with the PEA, the preliminary economic assessment. So inflation, yes, we're seeing it, and we're seeing it in OPEX and CAPEX. But because of the existing infrastructure we have at the site, we're in pretty good shape there in managing that and how it impacts the project. So that part of the project's coming along nicely. We're having some pluses and some minuses along the way, but overall, I would say we're right in line with where we were with the PEA, which is really good. And I think we'll see a little bit more mine life. And of course, we've de-risked a lot of the engineering estimates and a lot of the technical work behind the restart of this first phase heap leach aspect of the project.
Okay, super. Yeah, as said, so we see detailed data from the PFS very soon. Would that be like July, August? What do you think?
Yeah, July. We should be having that out by July. We're talking mid-year, and things are winding to a good conclusion here. The resource update, of course, this the other aspect of the news that we're going to have in short order here is also very important. As I've been telling folks, we're not expecting a big increase in the overall amount of resource, but what we are seeing, of course, is conversion of inferred to measured and indicated for that first phase heap leach project. And very importantly, as you know, we've been focused on the underground, and we've developed up what I think are some really positive steps in terms of the underground at Beartrack-Arnett. And as we build that critical mass of underground, that's what gives confidence to our next phase, mill phase of operation. And I'm really excited about how that's going.
Okay, super. For that resource update, how much can you incorporate? Would it be the whole 2022, maybe something of 2023? Where's the cut, I would say?
Yeah, it's all the drilling from 2021, 2022 that will be incorporated in that resource update. And we've got several drill holes in the Joss area, which is of course what leads to that underground definition, which is so important to fine tuning on the underground resource. And then the other aspect, of course, of our drilling over the last couple of years has been in the Haiti satellite deposit, and I'm feeling very good about that. In fact, we ended the Haiti satellite deposit drilling last year with 10 meters of 5.5 grams in oxides. And so we're really keen to get back in and continue to drill there. The deposit at Haiti remains open in all directions, and so too at Beartrack. But what's particularly valuable to us about the mineralization at Haiti is that it's oxide and that it leaches very well. So it processes the gold comes from that ore quite nicely. It's very valuable to the first phase heap leach restart project. So we will be back in drilling there this year, and also some of the satellite deposits around Haiti on the Arnett side of the property.
Super. So you touched already that you will be back this year for drilling. So what are the next immediate plans? Of course, finishing the PFS is one thing, but what comes then next? I mean, we still have like 7 months to go in the year.
Yeah. So PFS and resource update are key, and that will set the time scale on the re-permitting exercises that we're pushing through. It will also give us guidance on where we want to be drilling for this year as we continue to augment the resource for that heap leach restart. But what I can tell you is that we're looking to get back into Haiti, continue to look for deeper, higher grade structures in the Haiti deposit, which is open in all direction. We've also got that Romans Trench target I've talked to you about between the satellite deposit at Haiti and the processing facility at Beartrack. These are really interesting targets for us. We've completed last year, we've completed all of the land acquisition around that, also all of the drill permitting. And so we want to get in there and drill. And then thirdly, I think we've got some other satellite oxide opportunities that we didn't get into last year that we want to test. All of these on the Arnett side of the property, and exciting because they're near surface in oxides and complementary to that open pit heap leach restart project. So that's where we'll focus the drilling this year. Of course, we've got lots of other open targets on the Beartrack side and at Joss. We'll see where we go with those as we progress through the drill season.
Super. Any ideas already about the meters you like to drill? How large would it be, the program?
Well, we'll have more on that here in the next month or so. We want to get the PFS nailed down, so the team's focused on that. But the very next thing we'll do is get started on that drill program, and I'll have more definition, more details, probably in the next month about the program. Team's ramping up. We've got a couple other things on the geology front that we want to be doing as well. We've brought in our outside advisors, Laurie Curtis, Phil Walford, both distinguished geologists, explorationists. And one of the things we're starting to look at is soil geochem, CSMAT geophysics. We've got a structural geologist coming in, a specialist who's going to help us with our modeling on the Beartrack side. So there's a lot of initiatives going on. We've just hired a chief geologist to join Steve Priestmeyer on our exploration team, who's helping us with our 3D understanding of the deposit and the prospects around that. So a lot of work going on the geology as well as the drilling.
Okay, super. And how does it look like with metallurgy? Because I could imagine that you are also really behind that. Any changes or even got better?
Yeah, so you'll remember that we did a big column test program that fed into the PFS. And this is, for the less technical viewers in the audience, this is one of the reasons why companies step through from a PEA to a PFS to a FS, a feasibility study. It's to bring that advanced engineering into the perspective, to tighten up the assumptions, reduce risk on the project. So as part of our PFS work, we completed a year and a half, almost 2-year metallurgical test program, column test work. We had some pluses, we had some minuses, but net, I think our metallurgy and our recoveries will come in very close to where we were with our PEA, which is excellent, and with a lot more data behind those results and those assumptions, which give us a lot of confidence in the results that we're going to be putting out in that PFS. We do have more work that we want to do on the mill phase of our project. We're already at a PEA level for our metallurgy, but we want to take that a step forward. In fact, we're doing some work right now on the high-grade component of our resource, and we want to understand the potential for shipping a concentrate from the second phase of our project. Remember, Beartrack-Arnett, 4 million ounces of gold. We're dealing with the first, call it quarter of that with our heap leach restart project, but we've got another 3/4 of the deposit we need to put into economics, and we'll work that together with more drilling as we move forward. And one of the aspects of that is to potentially look at shipping concentrate rather than having to build out the full mill kit as a subsequent stage to our open pit heap leach phase of the project.
Okay, super. One question also is of interest for me. I just come back to your financing. Have you added maybe new institutions? I mean, the interest was quite high, fully understandable given the low value of your company, but the super high quality you guys have. Yeah, I mean, 4 million ounces, Jesus Christ, that's really a lot. Have you added any new funds, or how does the shareholder base look like?
Yes. First of all, I want to repeat, it was a painful exercise going through a brokered financing. But one of the benefits of that was that the brokers that took us around to visit various different funds identified a couple of new important gold players. One of those, Jay Zechner out of Toronto, Canada, an important investor in the space. I think that's a foundational kind of shareholder to have. And so we're excited about that. There's a couple of others, a number of our existing key institutional shareholders stepped up as part of that financing. It was oversubscribed, but we wanted to limit it to 10% of our outstanding shares so that we minimize dilution. And I think we come out of it in good shape for that exploration season ahead, for those results coming from the PFS and the resource update. And again, we did not burden the balance sheet. So we brought in good shareholders, but we did not burden the balance sheet with streams or royalties or convertible debentures that come back to bite you down the road.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not to say that we'll not look at those things, but I think we want to look at those things from a position of strength and with better understanding of the project economics so that we can fit it into a more comprehensive funding plan for construction. And that's down the road. So we'll keep you posted on that. We've got a lot of exploration news to come out with this year. And of course, the PFS and the resource update. So I'm hoping to speak to you again soon.
Absolutely. Super. Hugh, thank you very much for your time. I just wanted to say the same. I have a very good feeling that we talk within the next 6 to 7 weeks again together. And wish you all the best for that. And please surprise us again with very good news.
Thank you, Jochen.
Super. Thank you very much, Hugh. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Hugh Agro, the CEO of Revival Gold. And you heard it, exciting times, but still a low valuation. So it's a great entry point here, to be honest, at those prices. And I must say, I really look forward to the PFS. I'm a shareholder too in the company. And it's also part of our SRC Mining Special Situation Certificate. And we look really forward to that PFS, because with the PFS, you really get a fantastic detailed overview on the numbers, what would be then with the feasibility study, because there will normally only small changes then. And so from that perspective, I think it's a great low entry point. Really have a look on Revival Gold. It is a fantastic company, super management, and the guys have done an exceptional job so far. So thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.